Is this another derive from the partial derivative? That's the higher order and the go to the higher order and the first order. So with this, the first question is asking, and they gave us the function to be square root of x cos y, and they asked us to find the partial derivative of z with respect to x squared. So we are going to do it f of what? You must first change it to what? The subscript notation f of x x of this function, right? And when you do that correctly, I'm going to get the answer. Very simple, right? So let's get into the answer, right? So for the first one, when you do that, this is the answer you should get. So take your pen and do that, and let's see whether you get the answer, right? I prefer this way because it's really helped a lot. Not like when you are solving it, provided the solution is there, right? You solve it, and but this one you will solve, and if you don't get the answer, you know that you made a mistake somewhere. So with the second one, you are doing it y and y. This is what you get, because you're going to change this sine x, it will be sine y cos y, sine y cos y. At the end, you're going to get square root of negative, because you change it to what? Negative sine x, right? Then it will go to what? Cos x. That's why you had this. And this we're going to do it y and x. Y and x. This we're going to do it um x and y. And even when you should know something here, this one give us the Clairaut rule, right? So even in a question, when they ask you to find the function of this f of yx, and they ask you to find the function of f of what? Xy, you should get the same answer, and that satisfies the equation, the theorem. That's the Clairaut theorem, so that always is the same answer. That's why they had the same answer here. So you apply something, then you only solve this one, and you leave this because they'll get the same answer. Let's go to the second question. They say that we should find f of what? Xx. F of xx here, you just take f of x. What are you going to do? You're going to get 8x 8x minus this will become 0, and this will become what? You multiply 4 by 7 and you get an answer, and it become a constant. And again, you also do it again with respect to x. So that will give you, you see, you had 8 here, so that will be 8. Because the x it will be 8x, and when you differentiate 8x, you're going to get 8. And with this, you differentiate again because this will be SQ. You multiply it again, and you get 60, 84. Simple as that. So with this questions, whenever you get this in the midterm on the exams, you don't need to waste time on that. It's very simple. And what's even amazing when you get this type of questions, that you should find C this f of xy, d f of yx. See this, you get the same answer. So you don't need to bother yourself solving for both. You just solve for one and you get one answer. This is for you to understand the Clairaut rule, right? The Clairaut rule also give you something here. The same thing apply. F of xx, you do f of xx here. Now here, for f of x, you differentiate first the one in the brackets, then you differentiate the whole thing again. So they differentiated the one in the bracket, then you differentiated everything again. Simple as that. So for you to understand this, I'll encourage you to go back to how to differentiate transcendental functions and the rules you must know. And because when you go back to basic calculus analysis, it will really help you to understand this course. Because sometimes people don't like to see cos and sine, but it's the easiest one of all. So I advise you to go back to check how you can what find all this. When you differentiate sine, what do you get? When you differentiate cos, what do you get? That kind of thing, and that will help you very well. The exponential function, then learn and all those things, right? Yes. As you can see, f of xy is the same as f of what? Yx. Here, they say let f of x be equal to what? X e exponent to y. You are finding f of xx. So you differentiate this with respect to x, which will give you e exponent to y. Then you differentiate again. That's why they had 0 here. Because there's no x there, so it becomes 0. Here, f of yy. Here, you're going to get 2x e exponent to y. Another y again. You're going to get 4x e exponent to y. That's why they had this one here. And with this two, it's very simple because to give you the same answer, you are doing it with x. With x, you're going to get e exponent 2y. And you do it again with y, you're going to get 2e exponent 2y. That's what they had this. And you know from the Clairaut rule, you're going to get the same thing. Yeah, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. The next one coming is the midterm review questions. And I hope this will help you pass your midterm very well. Thank you very much.